drop top. You can't even see him on camera.
Look at this.
Obviously, your suits didn't arrive on time.
I wish he would.
Back then, you could buy a lot of chicken for $5.
And all that sauce.
17's my number. Now you all have the passwords to my computer and everything.
Welcome, everybody, inside Scotiabank Arena. It is the next gen game here on Unsportsmanlike Content, and we say happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Partner, nice to see you.
You as
You
well,
look
Ryan.
beautiful in the ugly Christmas sweater.
You know what? I don't think it's ugly at all.
No.
I think this is a beautiful shirt.
You fill it out better than me.
I love it.
Mine's a little large. Merry Christmas. Let's get right to it. There's a lot to get to. We're going to have some fun tonight. We know it's been a bit of a tough run here of late, as we know, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So why don't we just start with the news of the day? We'll kind of pivot. We mentioned the next gen game. We'll get to that in just a few moments. But Brad May and Ryan Leslie along with you. And welcome inside Scotiabank Arena. And welcome across all Toronto Maple Leaf platforms. This is the final game before the Christmas break. And Brad, we learned yesterday of some news that Marc Savard was relieved of his duties as assistant coach for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I guess I want to get your reaction to that news, a power play that has struggled. Certainly, Brad Treliving met with the media a short time ago, not singling out Marc Savard, but they need to make that more of a priority to have success on the power play. What was your reaction to the news? And maybe if you could share some stories about, what that does to a locker room.
Well, first and foremost, the power play is so important, obviously, to have success. And unfortunately for Marc Savard, being the power play coach, he's the one on the chopping block. I think it's very unfair in so many ways because the players have to step up and they actually have to perform and do better. But for Marc Savard to actually go through this, listen, it's not easy for him, and we feel for him. It's Christmas time. Nobody wants to lose their job, certainly days before they're supposed to enjoy their family time. But the Toronto Maple Leafs need to get some wins. They need to get some goals, and they need to be better on the power play. A new voice might make a difference in Derek Lalonde, who maybe has the relationship with some of the players. In one, I'm thinking William Nylander, who's been not a great goal scorer for the last month, and here's a guy that Toronto relies upon heavily. And you're looking at Matthews and Tavares. These guys have to find their game. Now listen, this is a shot in the backside to them. They haven't been good enough. They have to pick up their game. Unfortunately, the coach feels it. But listen, the National Hockey League doesn't rest for anyone. There's 82 games in the season, and the schedule the way it's been, it's a tough one. Toronto needs a win, and they need a great effort from their best players. At the end of the day, if the best players play their best, the rest of the guys will join in committee, and the Toronto Maple Leafs will be a better hockey team.
But you got to remember the message it's sent inside a room. When you see a coach or maybe a player traded who wasn't performing, it rattles you. Take me inside that locker room to know that a message has been sent and how you as players felt knowing that, geez, we're responsible for this.
Well, listen, when a coach loses his job, it's not just the players losing the voice or not listening anymore, losing the message. Players have to take responsibility. At the end of the day, this is a gut check for the players. Adversity builds character, and in this case, I hope it reveals character within the Toronto Maple Leafs locker room where their best players step up, and maybe a nondescript player that comes out tonight and plays extra hard, does something uncanny, out of character, but with the ability to actually, participate in a winning effort. And the bottom line is it's effort. It comes down to work ethic, attention to detail, and that effort that we speak of. And Toronto just hasn't been as physical as they need to be to win in the National Hockey League on a nightly basis.
They're, of course, hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Certainly no shortages of storylines to get into. Of course, getting up to play against Sidney Crosby and company, a Penguins team that they know well. You just saw footage. It wasn't that long ago that these two teams got together. The good news is that the Maple Leafs will welcome Chris Tanev back into the lineup. He hasn't played since November 1st, if you can imagine. It's been a long road. Great to see him back. What will that do for the group?
Well, listen, he's not the white knight coming in here and he's going to save everything.
He's a stabilizer, right?
He's a stabilizer.
Yeah.
Chris Tanev, first of all, he's a leader, he's a veteran, and he leads by example. He plays the game simple, although it's awfully hard and physical in the corners. He clears out the front of the net. With that presence there's got to be a response from his teammates, and they have to recognize that Chris Tanev's gone through some real difficult times with his injury, and he's worked awfully hard to get back before Christmas. And for me, I think he's a massive difference in this hockey team. It was a huge void to make up from, the defense. Albeit some guys have stepped up and done well at different times, but never together. Right now, we don't care about what's happened in the past. You can't. You have no time to rest on your laurels. You have to pick it up, show up today, and play a big game against Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin and the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are also struggling. They're not the same team that they started the season out as well. So this is an opportunity for Toronto to get a much-needed 2 points in front of their home crowd, go into the break, with a little bit of confidence, but there's a lot of work to be done.
Speaking of the home crowd, why don't you present our first gift of the season here?
Yeah,
I want to hang on to that one. But I think there's a little guy, or maybe one of them needs a toque. Somebody does. I'll let you handle that as we get set. Mayday taking some treats out to the crowd. That's fantastic. And we're going to get into a few things here tonight, including a top 5 list. Harrison, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Love it. Mayday spreading cheer. Who knew? Let's get this man a beard. Look at him, right in the middle of a live program. I love it. Well done. That's great. We'll kind of give away some of these great gifts from the Maple Leafs. And we're going to get into a few things. And maybe this time of year, I want to get maybe some top 5. Everybody loves lists.
Yes.
We'll get into some lists. We'll get into maybe some lighter topics. We'll kind of talk a little bit about this game as well. I wanted to ask you, just since we're still on the topic of the Penguins, do you remember your first moment when you played against Mario Lemieux?
I do. And you know what? This is a great story for me to tell. And it was a wonderful night for me. It was my first game in the National Hockey League playing against, it was October 5th, 1991, I believe, October 4th, one of the two. And we were playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins, Stanley Cup winning Pittsburgh Penguins. They had Mario Lemieux, Kevin Stevens, and Mark Recchi on their top line at this time. And my line, which I was so fortunate, I got to make the Buffalo Sabres line up at a training camp. And my line was Christian Ruuttu and the great Rick Vive, captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, 3-time 50-goal scorer. As a kid, I grew up idolizing and watching Ricky Vive, and he was my right winger. The great story that Ricky and I have, along with Christian, is we were +2. I had a goal and an assist. Vivey, I think, he had 2 points. I scored on my first game. And the guy that was chasing me after I had a breakaway on Tom Barrasso was Mario Lemieux. And my mom and dad gave me a Christmas gift that year, rolling it right into Christmas, a photo of Mario skating behind me as I was going in, and I scored on my first shot ever in the National Hockey League.
First game,
first breakaway, and first goal against a Hall of Fame goalie.
And
Tom
Mario's
Barrasso.
giving chase.
And Mario, and you know what? I outpaced him. I was a young guy and I could skate.
Either
that or he,
all right, this story's getting a little.
Either that or he
we're going to go
down.
to break.
This
story doesn't.
He may have fell down.
down.
But but playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, obviously what he's done, fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Breaking Mario's record as a Pittsburgh Penguin. Mario Lemieux is one of the best, if not the best, talented hockey player that ever played. You ask Wayne Gretzky, he would say that. There's a lot of players that would say Mario Lemieux.
If he's healthy, there might not be anybody.
We had a game in Pittsburgh. I want to say it was the same season, 91-92. The Pittsburgh Pirates were in the playoffs. And every time the Pittsburgh Pirates, when they'd show the scoreboard of the game, of the baseball game, the crowd went bananas, and Mario stepped on the ice and got another point. I played with Patty LaFontaine in 92-93 as his line mate, him and Alexander McGillney. And the one guy that Patty was afraid of that was going to eclipse him and win the scoring race, of course, that's Mario Lemieux. He had 170 points, I believe, that year. Patty was leading the league in scoring. Mario was out for many, many weeks with, I believe it was Hodgkin's lymphoma. And Mario came back, and he was putting up 2 points, 4 points, 7 points, 6 points. Patty LaFontaine was getting 2 and 3 points a game, and Mario was catching him in the scoring race. We were roommates. We were in Secaucus, New Jersey, playing against the Devils. We were in our hotel at the Embassy Suite, and I just remember that. Patty said to me, he was so worried, because Patty's on a lightning pace to be, the best scorer in the National Hockey League. And he said, Brad, I feel like I'm on the train tracks and the locomotive's coming down on me and I can't get off. And that was Mario Lemieux. He ended up passing Patty and I think beating Patty by 15 or 17 points for the scoring race. Mario Lemieux was such an incredible player, an ambassador to the game.
You ever take a run at him?
I did in my first game, and I just ran into the guy that tried to stop it. I was down below, down by the locker rooms. Phil Bourque, who does TV for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Phil Bourque, number 29, playing. I ran Mario my first night. It was against the boards, and I hit him pretty hard. And listen, this is my crack. We all put our skates on, and I'm trying to make a difference.
It's your night.
And I hit Mario. And Phil Bourque's in my face immediately, along with a few other Pittsburgh Penguins. And Phil says to me, he goes, "You're not allowed to do that, son." And I was like, with a few expletives, you can beat it.
Beat it, Phil.
Phil, you get lost. And you know what? I can do whatever I want as long as I can pay the price. And at the end of the day, what you did recognize was Mario, Wayne, the best players, they have protection on their teams. And it's not that you couldn't hit them. It was that it became a distraction to the game because if you did that, you had all eyeballs on you. And by the way, you don't satisfy that by one fight or one altercation.
That follows you.
That follows you for years. Yeah. And at the end of the day, as a player, you got to do whatever makes you the best. But there is a respect for the best players in the game. And it wasn't that you didn't want to hit them, but you certainly, you paid attention that, hey, these are the guys you grew up idolizing too.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do anything out of character or say out of character. Beyond the realm of the game and the discipline that's required.
We want to thank you for tuning in inside the bowl here at Scotiabank Arena. We'll continue the conversation right now. Of course,
I love giving gifts away.
Do you? All right. Why don't we do that? Is there anybody here? Why don't you see what you can do? I don't know how many kids there are there, but I'm gonna. All right, Mayday, take it away there. Well, yeah. We'll roll on here. I'll get out of the way, but certainly the ambassador of goodwill, Brad May, on hand, giving away free stuff that I think he found in his closet. And, anything else? Sure. Hey, do you want my wallet?
Hey,
what?
Santa Claus, baby.
Holy cow, look at this. That's great. Apparently, he's got a Matthews jersey, right? I don't know. I can't tell what's going on. But you know what? We'll look forward to this game because you start talking about must-haves, and you got to think that this is yet another must-have. Certainly some tough times, but certainly now they're looking to try and dig out of this thing. And we mentioned off the top of the show, Mayday, this next-gen game. And this is one where it's kind of, you see it across the NHL landscape where kids in the bowl are kind of taking over the game, if you will, from announcing and different roles. And certainly you can see these characters out front. The bald guy down there, it's too much hair. But this is a really neat opportunity for the kids to really get engaged with this game. And the NHL is doing a wonderful job of really promoting not only this, but so many other initiatives. There's the animated game, and there's so many other cool things. But tonight we'll see the kids kind of take over.
You know what? I love it. Here's the thing. It's a kids' game, number one. When I started playing hockey, I was 3 or 4 years old. My first team I played for. Played with my older brother, Daryl, in Stouffville, just north of the city.
And your other brother, Daryl.
But when you grow up loving the game of hockey, and when I look out and I see these young men and young girls wearing their hockey jerseys, they're being supported by their mums and dads, grandmas and grandpas. This is unreal. This is what it's all about, is paying back, paying it forward. And you know what? The future resides with these young fans and young players. And I'm really excited that I could actually be Santa Claus and give out a few gifts. But you know what? The next great announcer is going to be a young man or woman who's actually here as a fan.
Because it ain't here right now with you and me, is it?
Listen, we have a ton of fun, but guess what, guys? I implore all of you, do your homework, love the game, live with passion, and you might have a chance to be standing here with us, or maybe taking our spots.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say,
at the end of the day,
at least get a C+ average and come on by.
Can you guys give me some noise
Let's aim
here?
a little higher than you and I.
Come on, give me some noise here.
Right,
love it.
Give out a next free tee. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Pens fan.
Merry
You've
Christmas.
just converted them.
Merry Christmas.
I like it. Well, speaking of the kids, we've had a chance to act like kids leading up to this season. That is the Christmas holiday season. So let me ask you, maybe we'll get into some lists. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. We're going to take a look at a video instead right now? Okay. Speaking of the next gen, the Toronto Maple Leafs alumni had a chance to kind of figure out and decipher the next generation of lingo. Have a look.
Okay.
You seen the game last night, fam? That was bear crazy, man, straight fire, no cap.
The Maple Leafs won, correct?
I have no idea. That goal was actually peak, Ute.
Man's too cold.
Wow.
Some guy from the mountains is cold. I don't know. Oh, I live this. Real talk, no one scraps like Wendell, man.
Man was built different, still.
Of course he's built different. Tough as nails.
Wendell beat somebody's again.
There's nobody like Wendell Clark.
Man's got crazy teakers, bare clean. I might be showing my age on this one. I have no clue. What's a teaker?
He's got great teeth.
Good hands. Is that it? Oh, gosh.
I heard Tucker's actually bare blessed. Man just got that dog in him on the ice. Well, that's obviously Darcy Tucker.
Competed hard. I did have the dog in me.
Tell me that ain't top tier, man. Hair looking fire, vibes immaculate. That means he's gonna have fun at the bar tonight.
I'd have to say that it's some player that got long flowing hair that really looks good skating.
This guy's got great hair. He's a good-looking guy. Got the vibes going. His style heavy, fam, bare smooth with it. Drips elite.
Austin Matthews.
Well, style. Willie? Fashion.
Did I pass the test?
I would have failed that test and did so trying to figure out what any of that meant. You?
All I know is that was fire.
Straight. There is nothing sadder than two men in their 50s trying to act
What
hip
an
and
idiot.
cool. I can't
What an
pull it
idiot.
off. And
You know
or
what?
this.
I'll tell you this though. That's a Steezy looking sweater. I think Steezy's part of that too. Yes.
We'll take a break. When we come back, more with Mayday. All right, top fives. Let's get into it.
Hey, you
Christmas
got-
is upon us.
Yes.
Top 5 Christmas movies. No looking. And you can go off the board. Tell me what they are in no particular order.
I have to look because I have really nice handwriting. But my favorite movie is It's a Beautiful Life. Beautiful Life, fantastic movie. Always love watching it. I love watching the Charlie Brown Christmases.
Does he mean
too.
It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh,
It's his favorite.
you're right. That's why.
I tried to watch that the other day.
I wrote-
Jimmy Stewart's
but I wrote
talking
down
like this.
beautiful.
I had to turn it off.
No,
the guy
let-
talks like this
Hey,
all the time.
Hey, Carrie,
It's a beautiful life. Whoa, oh.
that's terrible, right?
Wow, your favorite movie is all done. You
No, okay,
can't get the name
so
right.
It's a Wonderful Life is my favorite movie. It really is. Now,
How much
when I'm
rum
looking
have
at
you
this-
had tonight? You want to
Hey,
come clean?
hey.
There's children here.
is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
I love that, right? I do.
Got the name
I lo-
right. You're
I love
halfway
it.
there.
Home Alone's always a good one.
Staple.
Christmas Vacation for me. Cousin Eddie, the shitter's full Clark is awesome. What a line. Love that. Matter of fact, I saw a picture of a guy.
I'll have what you're having.
Sorry, Clark. Shitter's full.
It doubles down. Family show. I love it. I love it. All
Absolutely
right, so
fantastic.
yeah, Christmas. Okay, so I think we covered that enough. Let's move on. Maybe a top 5 Christmas food. Now you can go off the board here if you've got a family tradition.
Well, when you have a beautiful life. Listen, so
Oh my God.
my food for Christmas,
Yeah.
obviously it's your traditional turkey, your stuffing, potatoes, carrots.
Yeah.
But I love the Christmas pudding, and I love the Christmas pudding when it's made with a little maple syrup and a little caramel sauce. I don't know if you ever had that. Unreal. That was great. Grandma and Grandpa loved that. My grandma
Our
used to make.
producer's in our ear
Okay.
saying, "Is Mayday 100 years old?" Like,
Hey, do you guys?
please, sir, I have another.
I would love to invite you over to have some Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
Would it have
dishes.
killed you to bring some in or more rum? Like, come on. All right. I think for me, I'm a traditional comfort food.
Okay.
I might even go one step further. Family makes a good seafood pie. Ooh, delicious. Never had
Seafood
it?
pie?
Yeah.
I love that. I would
it's
love to have a
amazing.
seafood pie.
Yeah, imagine like a chicken pot pie, but with seafood. Something along
But
those
why
lines.
is that? Why is that relevant to Christmas? That's what the Leslies did.
That's what, that certain members of the family have done.
The Mays. We're traditionalists.
We're a little more modern over here for you old folks. Okay, take me back to way back to a young Brad May.
Yes.
Under the tree, the first time you got the stick or the skates or the equipment, maybe the story that you remember most about getting the best Christmas gift. I assume it was hockey related. Maybe it was a sweater.
No,
the hockey sweater.
It's 100% hockey related. Grew up just north of Toronto in Goodwood, in a community that my dad developed called Bristol Ponds, and
Sweet
it's just
name drop there.
in Goodwood. We lived on a pond as kids, and we'd go out and we'd skate after school, and we were on the ice every chance we possibly could get. I remember getting a pair of skates. They weren't new. Brad didn't get new skates, but I got the hand-me-downs from my brother Daryl. And my skates, my new skates, were the greatest things ever. I remember going out on the ice.
What were they?
I believe they were Bowers, and they actually had like the metal carriage underneath. Obviously not the tuck blades, but they were the best skates ever. And do you remember as a kid when you got shoes or skates, when you put them on, you thought you were the fastest person on the planet? So all I wanted to do was put those skates on, run across the snowy grass. It was the front yard, but on the pond, get on the pond and just skate. And it was the greatest thing ever. Looking up to all the hockey players that I loved as a kid.
Yeah.
Never knowing that I'd become a hockey player. But I'll tell you what, I fell in love with hockey, and that Christmas was extra special. If I'm not mistaken, it was 1975 or 1976.
Whoa.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. What about when you think about the other? Well, why don't we get into some of the memorable guests? Okay. We saw off the top of the show, we had kind of a neat little intro reminding us of some of the fun conversations we've had. Anybody for you stand out where you're like, I could sit and chat with that person all day long, or just go for a beer with them?
Well, the first one, and I think it's because sitting at home watching Saturday Night Live, Will Arnett was very cool. Understanding and learning that he was a big-time Toronto Maple Leafs fan, loves Wendell Clark, got to see him interact with Wendell. But Will Arnett, first of all, he's got a great voice. He was talking about his best friend, Bradley Cooper, who we all watch on the big screen. And we actually had a really nice conversation. So that day with Will Arnett is special for sure. Because how often do we get to hang out or speak to these Hollywood guys? It was a good get. My other day, I love when Biz comes on because I think he does a fantastic job for the National Hockey League with his buddy Oldie. That was great.
Snug pants.
Not a big fan of the tight pants and the boots.
Too tight
outside of the pants, but it was impressive with his splits that he was able to do.
Yeah.
I think my favorite guests, or the most fun we had, was with Daryl Sittler and Jerry D.
That was great.
Early on in the season, we've got one of the best comedians in Canada, and then Daryl, his personality jumped out. He was loving it, enjoying telling some stories, making fun of Jerry's his skating ability. Yeah. By the way, Jerry D put himself offside on a one-on-one. I don't know how you do that, but he did. But that was actually really fun.
That's great. I think for me, those ones are right up there for sure. And it was really great. You were away for this one, but to chat with Paul Langlois of the Tragically Hip. You know him?
I know Paul, and I know Paul's daughter, Emma.
Great dude.
Great guy. So cool. Again, rubbing elbows with the Tragically Hip.
Royalty.
I've been able to spend some time with Paul. Very close friends with Paul Coffey, and we were in Kingston at Hockey Day in Canada. I don't know if it's 10 years ago, and we met up at a bar afterwards, and we had a really nice night.
How was that?
You know what? It was really cool.
What you can share.
I just sat back and listened to them talk. They had a really tight relationship, Paul Coffey and Paul Langlois, but listening to them, but then asking questions about Gord Downey, about his greatness, but also just what the Tragically Hip did for Canada. With reconciliation with the First Nations, everything else that the Tragically Hip did, they were one of the best. And they're the one band that never, I don't know if they turned out to be international, but they should have been. Because they're as good as Pearl Jam in my books.
I mean, it's the soundtrack to my high school days, right? It was just wonderful. So we've had a lot of fun guests. We're going to keep that going when we come back after the break. And what's kind of neat is over the break, we are going to run some best of shows. So if you missed it, you'll get a chance to tune into all the platforms and continue to rewatch and revisit those conversations, which I think there was a lot of fun. And hey, it's our first year doing this. It's been a lot of fun kind of molding this and seeing where we're going from over at Real Sports to inside here at Scotiabank Arena. We've had a lot of laughs.
What I'm looking forward to is my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is going to get back into the gym and start getting in shape again. Ooh. And so in a couple months, I want to reintroduce that little white tighty
tank top
I had on. Yeah. I didn't do any push-ups. I didn't do any curls. I gotta be popping.
It offered a lot of support. I thought you were very well supported.
Hey, 3 months from now, I'm going to wear that same tank top
casing.
and look very different.
All right, on that note, before we go right off the rails, great working with you. We will catch up with you in the new year.
Yes.
So we appreciate everybody tuning in to watch us. You can catch this game on Sportsnet and TSN 1050 on the radio side of things. We are back right here January 6th. Can you make it?
Absolutely.
We'll see you then, and thank you for tuning in. Until then, have a great Christmas. We'll see you in the new year, everybody.
Oh, drop top. You can't even see him on camera.
Look at this.
Obviously, your suits didn't arrive on time.
I wish you would. Back then, you could buy a lot of chicken for $5.
And all that sauce.
17's my number. Now you all have the passwords to my computer and everything.